Okay, so welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah.
And today we are really going all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're diving deep into Area 51.
Oh, yeah.
All the mysteries and secrets. We've got a ton of amazing material that you've all sent in.
Right.
And our mission is really to just cut through all the noise and really get to the heart of, what makes Area 51 so fascinating.
Absolutely.
What are the core arguments surrounding it?
The core of the story.
All the rumors.
It's really about this clash between secrecy and the human need to know the unknown.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're going to unpack here.
So let's start with the very basics. Area 51, it's a super secret U.S. Air Force base tucked away in the Nevada desert.
Right. Smack dab in the middle of nowhere.
Part of the massive Nellis Air Force Base complex. And here's the thing that always gets me. The government didn't even admit it existed until 2013.
Oh, yeah. Officially.
Officially.
It didn't exist.
It was like this big secret for decades.
Oh, for decades.
And that just fuels so much speculation.
Right, because that silence, it creates this vacuum. And we as humans, we tend to fill that with our own stories.
Totally.
And some of those stories can get pretty wild.
Yeah, and that brings us to the biggest theory surrounding Area 51, this idea that it's not just about, testing planes,
No.
that it's this secret storage site for alien technology, maybe even alien beings.
Oh, potentially. Yeah.
And the theory has been around for decades.
A long time.
It shows no signs of going away.
It's not going anywhere.
And I think what's really interesting is how personal stories and pop culture have really amplified this.
Oh, absolutely.
They give it this kind of a realness.
Yeah, a lived experience.
It's funny you mention that because it reminds me of my uncle.
Oh, yeah.
I had this uncle. He was a real character. And he was absolutely convinced he saw a UFO
Yeah.
back in the 80s near Area 51.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He was adamant about it. Now, this was the same uncle who was also convinced that Bigfoot was running a secret poker ring
Oh,
in
wow.
Vegas. So, take it with a grain of salt.
Maybe.
But these stories, they contribute to the mystery.
They add to the whole thing.
And then you've got pop culture.
Oh, yes.
I mean, think about the X-Files.
Oh, man.
For a whole generation. That was their intro to this whole world.
To this whole world of alien conspiracies.
Government conspiracies, alien secrets, Mulder and Scully.
They were the best.
Oh, they made it mainstream.
They did.
This whole idea of hidden alien truths. So we've got all this swirling around. The official secrecy, the alien theories, the personal stories, the pop culture. It's a lot.
It's a lot to unpack.
It's a lot to unpack. So let's get down to it. What's the official explanation for Area 51 versus what the believers are saying?
Well, the official story is that Area 51 is primarily for developing and testing experimental aircraft.
Okay, so new planes.
New planes, new weapon systems, that sort of thing.
They're saying it's all about national security.
Absolutely vital for national security.
Keeping our enemies from getting ahead.
You don't want the other guys to know what you're working on.
Right, and that makes sense from a defense perspective.
It does, it makes sense.
But then you've got the other side, the believers.
But these are believers.
Yeah, they're talking about crashed UFOs, recovered alien bodies, and even live aliens.
Alive and well.
Working with the military.
Collaborating on who knows what.
It's a big difference.
It's a big difference.
In those two explanations.
A big leap.
A huge leap.
From experimental aircraft to full-on alien collaboration.
And a lot of this belief in the alien stuff comes from certain individuals, events.
Specific individuals and events.
Like Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar, oh yeah.
His name is Almost.
Yeah.
Synonymous with Area 51.
He's like the poster child.
He is.
For Area 51 conspiracy theories.
So for anyone who's not familiar, who is Bob Lazar?
So Bob Lazar, he came forward back in the late 80s with these really wild claims. He claimed to have worked at this top secret facility called S4 near Area 51. And he said he was reverse engineering alien spacecraft.
Reverse engineer?
Taking them apart.
UFOs.
Figuring out how they work.
Yeah, and he didn't just give vague descriptions.
No.
He was very detailed.
Very specific.
About these craft.
About the technology.
And their propulsion system.
Yeah, and at the time, it sounded absolutely unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Like something out of a science fiction movie.
So what was the reaction to his claims?
Well, it was mixed. And it still is. To this day, some people found his story compelling, especially because some of the things he described have sort of come to pass. technologically speaking.
But others
Yeah.
were very skeptical.
They were not buying it.
They pointed out inconsistencies
Yeah.
in his background.
Yeah, and a lack of any real evidence to back up his claims.
Didn't he have a problem verifying his employment history
Oh, yeah.
and his academic credentials?
That's the big one. He said his records were erased,
Erased.
wiped clean.
Right.
He claimed it was a government cover-up.
So the believers, they see this as proof.
Right, it's proof that they're hiding something.
But the skeptics, they see it as a red flag.
Yeah, a big red flag.
Like he's not telling the truth.
Right, exactly.
So you've got this ambiguity that can be interpreted
Yeah,
in totally different ways.
in two totally opposite directions.
It's fascinating.
It is.
So Lazar's story really took those alien theories to a whole new level.
Amplified them.
Amplified them, yeah. But before Lazar, there was Roswell.
Roswell, oh yeah.
That's what many considered the beginning
The genesis.
of the Area 51 mystery.
Yeah.
So remind us, what happened in Roswell?
So back in 1947, you had this crash near Roswell, New Mexico. It's a huge event.
Huge.
Military initially, they put out a press release saying they'd recovered a flying disc.
A flying disc.
A flying disc.
But then they changed their story.
Yeah, they retracted that statement really quickly and said it was just a weather balloon.
The weather balloon. Come on.
That's where the conspiracy theories took off.
Of course.
I mean, that's where it all began.
That immediate backtracking just screams cover up.
It did.
And then the rumors started about more than just debris being recovered.
Oh, yeah.
What were they saying?
They were saying they found a crashed UFO
A whole UFO.
and alien bodies
alien bodies.
recovered from the crash site.
And all of that taken to this secret location that later became known as Area 51.
Exactly. That's how the two got linked.
The official story did change again over the years, didn't it?
It did.
They later said it was actually debris from a top secret project,
Project Mogul,
Mogul.
which was a balloon designed to detect Soviet nuclear tests.
Okay,
So a spy balloon, basically.
a spy balloon. More believable than a weather balloon.
A little more believable.
But it still didn't answer all the questions.
It didn't really satisfy people.
No.
Because it felt like they were still hiding something.
Right. And
Yeah.
you've got the alien autopsy video
Oh, yes.
that came out in the 90s. Now, we know it was fake,
A hoax.
but had such a huge
It had a huge impact
How-
on how people saw Area 51.
that grainy footage. So many people believed it.
It was disturbing
Yeah.
and compelling.
It felt real.
It felt real.
Just shows you the power of images and videos,
Yeah, even if they're fake.
even if they're fake,
To shape our beliefs.
to shape how we see the world.
And speaking of keeping things under wraps, let's talk about security at Area 51.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't just, a guard shack and a chain link fence.
No.
We're talking about intense security.
Serious security.
Armed guards, sensor systems, rumors of landmines
Landlines.
in the
just
desert.
to keep people out.
You can't even fly over it.
The airspace is restricted.
It makes you wonder,
It does.
what are they protecting?
What's so important?
Is it just experimental aircraft? Or is it something else?
Something more exotic.
Yeah, and then there are the camo dudes.
Camo dudes? Oh, yeah.
These guys in camouflage, patrolling the perimeter in unmarked white trucks.
White trucks.
They become legendary.
Yeah, they're like mythical figures.
People have stories
Yeah.
of getting too close
Yeah.
and being confronted.
By these camo dudes.
Yeah.
It adds to the whole mystique.
It adds to the mystery.
Like, what are they hiding? And of course, you have the Storm Area 51 event
Oh, yeah.
back in 2019. That was something else.
That was something else.
It all started as a joke
A Facebook event.
on Facebook. This idea of raiding Area 51
Yeah.
to see them aliens.
To see them alien.
Millions of people RSVP'd.
Millions.
It was crazy.
It went viral.
It went viral.
The whole Naruto running thing.
Oh, yeah, the Naruto run.
That was hilarious.
Hilarious.
But it shows you the power of the internet to take something and just blow it up into this huge phenomenon.
It captured the imagination.
Yeah, and while most people didn't actually go, some did.
Some people actually showed up.
They tried to get close to the base,
Right.
and they were met by serious security.
Law enforcement.
Military personnel.
They weren't messing around.
No, they were not. And I just want to be clear. Do not try to go to Area 51.
Don't do it.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth the risk. So Storm Area 51, it was this weird mix of curiosity and internet humor.
And a little bit of rebellion.
Yeah, like sticking it to the man.
So the man.
Okay, so we've talked about crashed UFOs, alien bodies, but there's another big part of the Area 51 narrative, and that's alien abductions.
Alien abductions, yeah.
Tell me about that.
So these are some of the most personal and often disturbing stories connected to Area 51.
People claiming to have been abducted.
Taken against their will.
And taken to these
underground facilities.
Sometimes specifically Area 51.
Sometimes Area 51. And they describe interactions with aliens and human personnel.
Working together.
Like in a lab setting.
In some kind of a lab.
Are there any common themes in these abduction stories?
Yeah, there are some recurring details.
Like what?
Well, people often talk about medical procedures.
Medical procedures?
Being examined.
Like experiments?
Like experiments. Some even claim to have seen humans and aliens working together.
Projects.
On all sorts of things.
Yeah.
And some abductees, they say they wake up.
Yeah.
With scars.
Unexplained scars.
Or implants.
Yeah, they believe that something was put in them.
Put inside them.
During the abduction.
Now, there's no physical evidence.
Right.
To support this.
Right.
But the fact that these stories are so consistent is interesting.
It is interesting.
Okay, so let's shift gears and talk about Area 51. In pop culture.
Oh, yeah.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Movies, TV shows.
Video games.
It's
become this iconic symbol.
I mean, think about Independence Day.
Oh, yeah.
That movie, Area 51, is where they're hiding. The alien spaceship.
The captured spacecraft.
And then you've got Men in Black.
Yeah.
More comedic.
Yeah, much more lighthearted.
But still Area 51. Is this place of government secrets?
And alien encounters.
Why do you think it's so popular in our entertainment?
I think it taps into some very basic human fascinations.
What do you mean?
Well, there's the allure of the unknown.
The unknown, yeah.
What's out there.
What's beyond what we know.
It's beyond our planet.
And then there's the
secrecy.
The restricted acts.
The feeling that someone's keeping secrets from us.
I can know something that we don't.
And of course, the whole question of alien life.
Are we alone?
Are we alone? That's a big one.
A huge question.
And you know, with Storm Area 51, you also had this element of rebellion.
Yes, sticking it to the man.
That desire.
Yeah.
To uncover the truth.
To expose the secrets.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered a lot. The history, the official story, the conspiracy theories, the security, the pop culture, the abductions. As we wrap up, what would you say is the main point, the core of the Area 51 enigma?
I think it's the tension between the official explanations, which are pretty straightforward, and the much more elaborate and often fantastical theories.
Fantastical. That have captivated the world.
The world's imagination.
Yeah, it's like
logic versus imagination.
Like, you've got people who want evidence-based explanation.
Hard facts. And then you've got people who are drawn to something more.
To something bigger.
Extraordinary.
Something that challenges our understanding.
Of the universe.
Of everything.
And the stuff you sent in really reflects both sides.
It does.
We see the official statements, we see the skeptical analysis, and then we see the passionate belief in alien involvement.
The true believers.
Yeah.
The ones who are convinced.
So to really understand Area 51, you have to consider both sides.
Both sides of the story.
It's a story of secrecy, speculation, and our human desire to explore.
To explore the unknown.
So as a final thought, I want you to think about this. Why does a single location, regardless of its true purpose, captivate the world for so long?
For decades.
What is it about Area 51 that makes us so curious? What does it tell us?
Yeah.
About ourselves, about our hopes, our fears.
Relationship with the universe.
It's a question worth pondering.
It is. It really makes you think about what's out there and what it all means